Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sidelines. We welcome 8-time All-NBA first-team player Shaquille O'Neal, and it probably could have been about 15 first year, right?
It probably could have been about 15, but, you know, I was doing rap videos and didn't come into training camp in shape.
It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, the Rockets. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
Here's the starting group for Houston. Got Rashawn Holmes, all out there with Porter. Then it's Evan Fournier. And for Los Angeles, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Davis. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Dort in at the shooting guard position. Shaq, back in the day, you drew double teams. You made the defense pay by setting up your teammates with terrific passing. Which big now do you see following in your footsteps, in those footsteps?
You know, my Ben Simmons, former LSU guy, when he gets aggressive in the paint, they double. He definitely looks for his players. Listen, LeBron James is the best passer among 9 guards. Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. Look, you got to use the others if you want to get to that next level.
Porter, no luck. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. And he drives in. Out to Kuzma. There's the three. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I was able to speak with Jeff Hornacek for just a minute. I asked Coach about how he'll slow down LeBron tonight. We both had a good laugh about that. Coach said there's just no way to do it. Believe me, I've tried to come up with one. If there was a way to slow down LeBron, someone would have done it by now. LeBron's resume shows there isn't an answer for him, and there never has been. Kevin?
Thanks, David.
I love how tenacious LeBron James is. When he sees a lane, he does not hesitate.
Ball passes to Fournier. Porter at the elbow. The pass to Kuzma. Feeds it to Harrell. Lakers working the ball around now. Here's Davis. And Davis throws it down home.
Rare explosion into the hemisphere allows AD to pull off the spectacular.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And we see just about every player in the league trying to shoot the three. Shaq, and if you were playing today, be honest, would you find yourself launching a few?
Yes, and you know what my nickname would be? What? Shakovich. So I did shoot 22 in my career. I made one. That's not a good percentage, but it's good enough because I made one. Probably the one that counted.
Yep.
But really, why shoot threes if no one can stop you on the inside?
Well, he's right.
I think
he's right. Why would you?
That's logical.
Yeah, of course.
Rational.
You get fouled, you go to the line, get 3-point play. Fournier the bounce pass, and Davis sends it back.
At the defensive end, few big men can cover as much territory as Davis.
It's Kuzma penetrating. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Drives to the hoop. Wall's shot is off.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against him. That's just great work inside.
James the pass to Dort. Here's Davis. To the middle, and they double up Davis. Well, Shaq, one of your more famous quotes of late has been, rings, Ernie, rings. All joking aside, is the number of titles a player wins the best measurement for where they stand in history?
I think it's a piece of the pie, but it's a large piece. It's a good tiebreaker when comparing greats to other greats. It was always the standard of what a great player should be.
And a championship is a championship no matter.
No matter what. And I didn't make the rules. I just try to abide by them. But, yeah, I think the more rings, the more you can say how great you were.
And I think it's a good point because it's all relative. Because, Bill Russell's got 11, but most people would say Michael getting 6 in his era was the equivalent to that. And then you could go a step further with Kobe and you having 5, you having 4 because of free agency and the impact of that. So I do think it's, as Shaq said, it does matter because great players win championships, but there are other metrics that you have to look at as well.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Let's see some of the numbers here for Evan Fournier.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Good on the three-point shot.
Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Talking about how awards are determined, people claim there's a level of voter fatigue, so many things to vote for, and without much meaning. If there's something you could change, Shaq, about the process of all that voting, what would it be?
I think I would probably have the players. Players should have a little bit more say in who wins the awards. And I think you give voice to people who have actually stepped on the court. And we have a lot of legends that played the court. I think we should, create this thing of ours. And you would definitely be included because me and you've been around since 1989. It was also the first year I met Ernie Johnson.
No kidding, yeah.
It just hit me. Oh, it just hit me. That's the type of basketball I like, Mr. Kevin James Harlan. That's just bully ball right there. Davis getting nasty on the inside.
Inside, here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. To Kennard. Driving the lane. Blocked again.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Just 2 to shoot. Porter. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Bridges for 3. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Spacing the floor is so important in today's NBA. So Bridges, three-point ability, it fits right in.
Here is House, defended by Bridges. And Cousins kicks to Kennard. Passes it to Porter. Here's the 3. And Davis pulls it down. Lakers leading by 6. Now, here's Bridges. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 8 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Cousins against Howard. Porter looking it over. Pass to Kennard. A 3-ball. Rebounded by the Lakers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Bridges with it. It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, it's a physical game, obviously, but, a lot of it is mental. So, just, making sure you're thinking while you're out there is, one of the big things for me. One of the things I've kind of learned since I've been in the league.
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
So on the floor for Houston, we've got Evan Fournier, Luke Kennard out there with Wall, and there's Richaun Holmes. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from John Wall. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jack, we all know what would happen for you. First ballot Hall of Famer. What's it been like joining that incredible group, that historic company?
Well, I just say I'm both proud and.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home.
See, when we talk about LeBron seeing the whole floor, that's the defensive end as well.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And here's Wall. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Portland.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
Oh, man, so difficult to contain. When Wall is attacking the defense, they're basically at his mercy.
James in the post. He's guarded by Fournier. Trying to get open, it's Davis. James, no good. Rockets trail by 8. Over in the corner, Green lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. And Holmes throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. And that one's good by LeBron.
I love how James works inside. Perfect balance of grace and muscle.
And Holmes throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
And you look at the news every day, so much division. Commissioner Adam Silver has talked about basketball and sports really in general as a unifying force. And Shaq, it definitely does bring us together.
You know, the NBA is a melting pot. It's not about where you're from or what language you speak. It's all about teamwork, discipline, and respect. And I've always said there's 2 things, despite what you have going on in the world, especially stressful, there's 2 things that will shut all that down: music and sports.
They always do it. But isn't it great to be associated with the league that is on the forefront of those kinds of things?
I don't know about that, but it's great to be associated with you and Greg.
Oh,
isn't
how
that
nice
sweet?
is that? Yeah.
I mean,
I've been waiting to come down here for years.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Kenny and Ernie.
chance to check out LeBron James. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 3rd in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 5 in the league in points per game. He's a premier offensive threat, night in and night out.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Harrell kicks to Rivers. From the arc. Rockets with the rebound. Holmes got 6 rebounds in the game. Holmes with the steal. Right side, Fournier. Tries a 3. Holmes, good. Holmes got 9 points now in the quarter.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
The league is moving to create an in-season tournament, Shaq, something that we've seen in soccer leagues overseas. Like that idea?
I like that Adam Silver and the league are being forward-thinking. I think players always say if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. I think it's smart for the league to have the same approach. I just wish everybody well.
Yeah, and listen, ultimately, if they do make some changes, it's going to get some pushback, no doubt about it. But as Shaq said, when you start thinking forward, it's about those younger generations, because at some point, that's all they're going to know.
The shot's good from Kennard.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooter.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by James.
Yes, this is what makes LeBron James one of the all-time greats. Has the mindset to dominate and a vast arsenal of shots.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off the loss to Portland.
Well, they made a few key shots, but missed many more. It was a rough night for them offensively.
Well, you know, the ball movement was lacking, and you know things got stagnant. That's why that offense looked so off.
Holmes, good.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
McGee, the pass to LeBron. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. All with it, picked up by Rivers. Fournier for 3. He's off on that one, so the Lakers will take it the other way. Next step for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. And that'll be the 3rd of the 4 straight at home. Here's James. Kennard with the rebound. Rockets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Lets it go with a 3. And John Wall good for 3. Wall's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Out to Kuzma. McGee trying to break free. And again, the Lakers no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's good from long range.
And just a great second quarter for them after such a difficult first, bringing that field goal percentage up from below 30 and now with the lead.
Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Bridges comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Rivers. And it's Napier in for James. The Rockets also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Daniel House comes in for Fournier. And Porter subbed in for John Wall. Porter passes to Cousins. Houston moving it around. Outside Porter. There's the pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Rebound by Harrell. And we want to thank the big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the big Baryshnikov?
Nah.
Have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
Chris, you think about Shaq's ability to raise his game under the spotlight. We're seeing him do that as an analyst with us here courtside.
I mean, this is a guy who led the Lakers to 3 consecutive titles, during which he had the highest scoring average for a center in NBA Finals history. Big fella steps up when he's counting.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact.
34 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside, Porter knocks it loose and stolen by Napier. Porter against Harrell. No good from Howard.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Cousins, and it's sent back by Howard.
Howard, one of the most feared rim protectors in the league.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And making his triumphant return to our set, the one-man broadcasting phenom, Shaquille.
Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. I just want to say, I get used to sitting on the sidelines. Better get up here with you guys. It was pretty good.
How did they make room for you anyway?
No, it's a lot of room down there, a lot of snacks.
Potato chips?
Chips, popcorn, hot dogs.
Wow.
Papa John's pizza.
Oh, wow.
It's awesome down there.
I bet there were some donuts down there, too.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of donuts?
Krispy Kreme.
Oh, wow. Man, but if your back is hurting, what do you put on it down there?
And I put on my new suit from JCPenney.
Oh, wow.
It was just awesome.
But you sit in a chair a long time, your back gets tight. What do you put on it?
Oh, yeah, I put some icy hot on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's
Guess
good.
how I came to the game?
How?
I don't have a car deal, so I'm not going to name one.
But you need that insurance, don't you?
Oh, yeah. The great low rate you can get online.
No question.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Rashawn Holmes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And there's Davis, and it's LeBron James, and it's Dort in at the 2 spot.
Such an effective and versatile scorer. I mean, once Davis starts to get going, he's tough to slow down.
Here is Wall. He's got 11. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. Most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Here's Wall, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's Davis with the ball for the Lakers. They've led by as much as 10. Dort passes to LeBron over Porter. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
Showing some intensity there. I like how Davis attacks the offensive glass. He comes up with second chance baskets.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Holmes. And the reject. deflection by Harrell. Here's James. And Davis with the basket on the assist by James. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. It's Wall with the drive. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Down low. Here's Harrell. Trying to get open is Davis. And it's Harrell missing. Rockets trail by 6. All taking his time here. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Kuzma against Wall.
For a player who's almost a sure thing to score in tight, that one's a stunner.
Outside Porter. Shot clock at 6. To end the cold streak. The Rockets with another miss. Lakers leading by 6. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Over the course of AD's career, he's made a concerted effort to draw fouls. I mean, we've seen that free throw attempt number skyrocket.
And the Lakers with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Harrell. And it's Bridges in for Kyle Kuzma. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Rockets. Green comes in for John Wall. Outside Porter. Passes it to Fournier. Shoots the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to
and it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, great ball movement from Bridges there. I mean, the self-awareness, the selfless attitude leading to the wide open shot.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Without question. They're giving up too many high percentage looks, a trend that they'd like to reverse.
Napier, who's checked in for Los Angeles. In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Well, you look at Kennard, one of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Lakers leading by 7. Now Bridges. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now here's Porter. Pass to Kennard. But they get it back. Great D that time from Davis. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Bridges. Here's Dort, guarded by Porter. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
Here's Bridges. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
And Porter, here we go. Rebounded by the Lakers. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Bridges. Oh, the power on that fruit.
Oh, man, he can sky. Bridges is an amazing finisher at the rim. He enjoys putting on a little bit of a show.
1:44 left to play in the third. And the pass to Cousins. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Miles Bridges. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Davis against Kennard. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for a quarter. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Not bad numbers, but for a player of his talent, you have to think he can do more.
No doubt. He's been inconsistent. Unusual for him, though. But when he turns it back around, watch out.
Rockets trail by 9. Pass to Cousins. That one wide left.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Passes it to Davis. And Davis throws it down.
As a defender, it's so tough to body up Davis. He'll find a way to get to the bucket and the foul. I mean, that's what he does.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Cousins. And Davis sends it back.
Oh, the long reach of Davis. Outstanding at using his wingspan to erase shots.
And LeBron throws it down hard.
Come on, Hall of Fame athleticism and ability. James has no problem throwing it down in style.
Rockets trailed by 14. Outside Porter. And there's the pass to Cousins. Over Howard. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for the Los Angeles Lakers. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So on the floor for Houston. Kennard is out there with Wall. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Rashawn Holmes. Kennard, the pass to Wall. Over LeBron. And the rejection by James. Here he goes. Good. James has got the fourth quarter started here with buckets for Los Angeles. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
Clock is at 3. And here's Wall outside, but he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
And the Lakers making a change here. Dort's checked in. Out to Kuzma. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Shot, high post. No good off the back of the rim.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
They get it back.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that anymore.
Here's Dort. James wide open. Kennard with the rebound.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
From 11 feet away, the Rockets with another miss.
Nice work to get good position inside. You just can't quite get as good a look as he was.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious. Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
James. And LeBron throws it down hard.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Outside, Wall. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold. Anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Timeout called the Rockets. Chris, you played for 5 different teams in your career and a number of different coaches. As you look back, what percentage of great coaching is X's and O's? And what percentage is just inspiring your players and getting them motivated?
X's and O's are probably the most important. You need a coach that can adapt his system to the players on his team, to the teams that are coming up, that can adjust in coaching style. And so I definitely think as far as that, the coaching, the skill set and the play calling is definitely important. And I think motivation has a part to play as well.
Fournier dishes the Wall. Here's Holmes, and it's sent back by Howard.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And finished off by LeBron.
And even if you wanted to box out LeBron, the man is too athletic, too strong. He finds ways to get to the ball.
They set the pick from deep. Wall. Here's Holmes again with the block. And that's 9 blocks.
You know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th, too.
Kennard with the ball. 6 to shoot. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in.
As Kennard's career has gone on, Luke's become a much better ball handler, so it's important for his game.
Here's James, and James throws it down.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And Fournier kicks the Wall. Offensive rebound. Into the lane. Holmes He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's James, and LeBron throws it down.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
And here's Wall. Pass to Holmes. Over Howard. And James pulls it down. James has got his 6th rebound on the night. And James throws it down.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Holmes. Here's Kennard. Holmes setting the big for Kennard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Kennard's got 4 points this quarter.
Not just a jump shooter, Kennard is more than capable of doing real damage from the interior as well.
And James throws it down.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
Yeah, you can clearly see which offense is better right now. We'll see if that continues the rest of the way.
Outside Fournier. Back to Wall. For the three. Tries again. In deep, Holmes drops it in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Here's Dort. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Excellent court awareness. James has always had terrific instincts as a playmaker.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. From deep, Green. Rebounded by McGee. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. And here are the Rockets. Pass to Green. Over to the wing. Augustine from outside. Connects from three-point range. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. Rivers kicks to Robinson. Caldwell Pope for three. Kept alive. And it's McGee with the jam.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks, Kevin. LeBron in the first half could have gone either way. What was the difference down the stretch?
Well, defensively, we stepped up. That's what it's all about with our team. We know if we get stops, we get a better opportunity to get a win and execute offensively.
Really looked different in the second half. Thanks very much, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.